last time, or no, on Reddit, you said that last time too, that you don't experience much fear before fights. I'd like to ask you a couple Mike Tyson things, if it's okay. It's just interesting to me. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm just weird. So there's I don't know if you've seen this clip of Tyson talking about how he feels leading up to a fight, that he's kind of overtaken with fear. But as he
Mhm.
gets closer and closer and closer to the ring, his confidence grows. Um, have you seen the clip?
I'm aware of it, but I
Okay,
haven't seen it in a while.
here, let me play it for you.
I think George St. Pierre said something similar to me one time.
While I'm in the dressing room, 5 minutes before I come out, my gloves are laced up. I'm breaking my gloves down. I'm pushing the lever at the back of my glove, breaking the middle of the glove for my knuckle pierce through the leather. I feel my knuckle piercing against the tight leather gloves on the everlast boxing glove. When I come out, I have supreme confidence, but I'm scared to death. I'm totally afraid. I'm afraid of everything. I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of being humiliated. But I'm totally confident. The closer I get to the ring, the more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. All during my training, I've been afraid of this man. I thought this man might be capable of beating me. I've dreamed of him beating me. But I always stayed afraid of him. But as closer I get to the ring, I'm more confident. Once I'm in the ring, I'm a god. No one could beat me.
I'm a god. I mean, first of all, he's cognizant of both his demons and whatever the hell ideas he has about violence is so interesting. Is there something about the tension that he's describing about being confident and scared that resonates with you, or you, or do you hold to this idea that you've kind of spoken about before, that you're really not afraid?
No, I can appreciate what he's saying. I think that I can speak to feeling like concerned about, let's say, for instance, if you feel a certain way. I think people are a lot more like computers than we like to admit. And just because a lot of times I can't parse what's going on and why doesn't mean that it doesn't make
I
sense.
see. Yeah.
And I think that at least in the times of, like, if I'm concerned about a situation or about a person or about something happening prior to the fight, or I'm like, there's a reason. There was a reason. I don't have to push that down and bury it. There's a reason. I'm like, why? What have I not thought about? What have I not done? What am I missing? Why am I feeling this way? As you mentioned, for yourself prior, like, you being like, why am I feeling like this? And I don't do this very well in certain aspects of my life, now that I mention it or now that I think about it. But when it comes to competing, I think I do an all right job, and I'm trying to learn to be better. And it's going like, well, why do if I feel this way, there's a reason. Okay, am I thinking about this the wrong way? Have I not adequately prepared for something? And I have to address it. And then maybe I'll be up for 4 hours that night, like extra hours, thinking like, what have I not addressed? Watching sparring, watching this, watching that. And then when I am thinking about things more accurately, or when I've addressed what that concern was, I feel any of that concern kind of dissipate. And I guess if I honestly thought that, I guess when it comes to, I know I'm going to die at a certain point. Obviously, I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to, pain happens, but the pain of loss would be nothing compared to or the pain of injury would be nothing compared to the pain of running away, and
Oh, yeah.
so I guess if I think about, where's my value, it's like, I feel like I'm a winner every single time I step into that ring and fight with everything that I have. I can't promise that I'll win my next fight. I know that I have the skills and the tools to beat anyone in grappling or in mixed martial arts at this point. It's just, I know that for certain. I've trained with enough people. I compete with enough people. I know where I stand. But I also know that I'm not perfect, and also the better fighter, even if I perceive that I was that thing, doesn't win on the night. The man who fights better wins on the night. And if I give credence in my mind to only the person that's won has value, versus going, what's your process? What's your path through this? How are you going about this? How are you thinking about this? How are you behaving? Then if I can focus on the process, then I will respect my opponent, and I will respect myself, and I'll respect anyone that behaves with a certain level of consistency to that. And they could win. There's plenty of winners in history that are shitbags, and there's plenty of losers that are not. But winning doesn't make you a bad or good person, and losing doesn't make you good by default either, or bad by default. So, and I think that can be the truth socially, that can be the truth, athletically, and academically. So, I guess,
But is there a primal fear though, like a primal fear of getting hurt, the running away and not facing the threat long term is the bigger pain than any pain you can experience in the fight. That's pretty powerful.